The sound of glass breaking was small, intimate. A knife poorly set against the rim of a goblet. No one else heard it, I did. The table was still full. Low candles, meat still steaming. My birthday, 32 years and a thick silence no one wanted to name. My mother watched her phone beneath the table, fingers tense, as if waiting for permission to breathe. My grandmother at the other end smiled without showing her teeth. Then my phone vibrated. A message with no name. He's here. I looked up. My mother did too. Our eyes met for a fraction of a second. Too long to be accidental. I knew in that instant that something had been planned without me. I felt the temperature shift inside my chest. Not fear, calculation. The door opened after dinner, just as the plates were being cleared. He walked in as if he had always lived there. Expensive suit, practiced smile, a firm hand on my mother's back. "Sweetheart," she said, "we need to talk." I didn't stand. I didn't smile. My grandmother let out a brief, dry laugh, almost imperceptible. I already knew nothing good ever followed that word. My mother sat across from me as if this were a negotiation, not a confession. He stayed standing, measuring the space, the value of the furniture, the weight of the silence. He talked about family, about unity, about protecting what was ours. The hotel. $36 million in stone, steel, and memories that were not his. My grandmother's gift. The signature that very morning. My name alone. Absolute clarity. "We're husband and wife now," my mother said. "Everything must stay in the family." She didn't ask. She declared. I felt something shift inside me. It wasn't surprise. It was confirmation. I remembered the late-night calls, the canceled dinners, the rushed divorce. I remembered my father dying without understanding why she no longer cried. "No," I said. One syllable, precise. His smile faded. My mother inhaled as if the air had been taken from her. "Then pack your bags and get out of this house." The house. The word fell heavy. False. I looked at my grandmother. She drank her wine calmly, like someone waiting for the end of a trick. I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I nodded. I went up to my room and closed the door. My mind was already moving. Dates, contracts, calls. His name didn't appear where it should. Not in corporate records, not in public archives. A ghost in expensive shoes? 3 days later, I ordered a report. Background, companies, previous marriages. 5 women. 5 divorces, all fast. All with financial losses. All with confidentiality agreements. All before 50. My mother was the 6th. I kept smiling at the table. I kept complying. I let them think I was leaving, that I was defeated. Meanwhile, I moved up the hotel audit, changed access codes, shifted funds into a sealed trust. My grandmother watched. She never asked. She never needed to. The final report arrived on a Tuesday. I read it without emotion. Fraud. Multiple identities. Pending lawsuits in 2 countries. The man who called himself my stepfather did not exist. That night, I left the envelope on the dining room table. My mother opened it, read, went pale. "What is this?" she whispered. "The truth," I said. He tried to speak. Stopped when he saw the official seal. For the first time, he didn't control the script. My mother cried. Not for me, for herself. I stayed still. "You're leaving," I told him. "Tonight?" "You can't," he tried. "I can." I took out my phone. One message sent. The locks no longer responded to his codes. My mother looked at me as if she didn't recognize me. "What did you do?" "What you should have done," I said. "Look before handing everything over." He left without shouting. Predators know when they've lost. Then my grandmother stood, rested her hands on the table. "Oh," she said. And before we continue, she took out a document, slid it toward my mother. The house. It was never hers. The money. Never hers. I had been the sole heir for 10 years. My mother stayed seated, empty. That night I didn't pack my bags. She did. Now I walk the hotel corridors at dawn, cold marble beneath my feet. Obedient silence. I think about everything that was lost, believing love was enough. No hatred, no visceral revenge. Only clarity. In the end, the truth doesn't scream. It smiles, and it waits.